quite long time I haven't seen here. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanacharyamu Jamuna Tira Vanacharyamu Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanacharyamu Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जायमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की, श्री श्री गौरनिताय चंद्र भगवान की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। Hare Krishna. This morning we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, entitled The Creation of Fourth Order, Chapter 25, The Characteristics of King Puranjan, Text 41. Ka Nama Veera Vikyatham Vadanyam Priya Darshanam Na Vrinita Priyam Praptam Madrishi Tvadarsham Tvadarsham Patim Kanama Veera Vikyatam Kanama Veera Vikyatam Vadanyam Priyadarshanam Vadanyam Priyadarshanam Navrinita Priyam Praptam Navrinita Priyam Praptam Madrishi Tvadarsanam Madrishi Tvadarsham Patim Madrishi Tvadarsham Patim Kanama Veera Vikyatam Vadanyam Priyadarshanam Navrinita Priyam Praptam Madrishi Tvadrasham Patim का नाम वीरविख्यातं वदान्यं प्रियदर्शनं नावृणीता प्रियं प्राप्तं मादृशी त्वादृशं पतिं. Please recite. का नाम वीरविख्यातं मादृशी का नाम वीरविख्यातं वदान्यं प्रियदर्शनं नावृणीता प्रियं प्राप्तं मादृशीं तादृशं पतिं. का नाम वीरविख्यातं वदान्यं प्रियदर्शनं वानीतीता प्रियं प्राप्तं मादृशीं तादृशं पतिं. Anybody from Vaishnavis will see word meaning. Ka, who, nama, indeed, Veera, my dear hero, Vikhyatam, famous, Vadanyam, magnanimous, Priyadarshanam, beautiful, Na, not, Vrinita, would accept, Priyam, easily, Praptam, gotten, Madrishi, like me, Tvadarsham, like you, Patim, husband. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. O my dear hero, who in this world would not accept a husband like you? You are so famous, so magnanimous, so beautiful, and so easily gotten. Please recite the translation in response. O my dear hero, who in this world would not accept a husband like you? You are so famous, so magnanimous, so beautiful, and so easily gotten. Papa. Every husband is certainly a great hero to his wife. In other words, if a woman loves a man, that man accepts very beautiful, the man appears very beautiful and magnanimous. Unless one becomes beautiful in the eyes of another, one cannot dedicate his whole life to another. The husband is considered very magnanimous because he gives as many children to the wife as she likes. Every woman is fond of children. Therefore, any husband who can please his wife by sex and give her children is considered very magnanimous. Not only does the husband become magnanimous by begetting children, but by giving his wife ornaments, nice food, and dresses. He keeps her completely under submission. Such a satisfied wife will never give up the company of her husband. Manu Samhita recommends that to keep a wife satisfied, a husband should give her some ornaments because women are generally fond of home, ornaments, dresses, children, etc. In this way, the woman is center of all the material enjoyment. In this regard, the word Vikhyatam is very significant. A man is always famous for his aggression towards a beautiful woman, and such aggression sometimes considered rape. Although rape is not legally allowed, it is a fact that a woman likes a man who is very expert at rape. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. First of all, seek blessings from all the assembled devotees, in particular His Grace Anandmay Prabhu, so that I can speak something worthwhile on a topic and the purport being little difficult to explain to general audience. Anyways, coming back to the context of this whole section, we are discussing from Narad Muni's preachings to Prachini Barishat. So Narad Muni has seen that Prachini Barishat is very much interested in materialistic activities, doing yagyas for going into heavenly planets, procreating children, having bigger kingdom, having great famous, being interested in being famous, all that thing. So Narad Muni is speaking a story of a person called Puranjan. And Puranjan, while searching all throughout this planetary system of creation, he does not find any suitable place. And while he is wandering, he comes across this beautiful woman. And the moment Puranjan sees this beautiful woman, the description of beautiful woman is also given in Bhagavatam. Puranjan becomes very much attractive, and he loses all his good intelligence, and he proposes to this woman. And this woman is also very intelligent, and she is looking for a man who can satisfy her fully. So, in the past few verses, we have seen what is the psychology of a man and what is the psychology of a woman in general. So, here, this woman who is unnamed, till now at least she is unnamed. The king has been named, called Puranjan, but the woman is still unnamed. Even after having asked her identity, she discloses that I don't know what is my origin. So here various things are being described. It's not that just woman is described like that. The woman is here personification of material energy, the material world, where a living entity thinks that he can enjoy a lot. The moment a man sees a woman and thinks, his imaginative power of enjoyment is far more than what he actually gets as an enjoyment. That's how this material world is being created. We think that in material world there are so many enjoyments. When we go out on the streets and in this material world try to explore the world, the advertisement is too high. That you will get this enjoyment, you will get this enjoyment, and the list goes on and on and on. And he really thinks that I will enjoy. But the actual delivery of the enjoyment is too less. So then what happens? The difference of amount of imagination you have to actually delivered enjoyment, the difference becomes frustration in a living entity. And because of that being frustrated, he goes on, tries to enjoy more and more. So that vicious cycle never ends. So that is a cycle of material enjoyment. When we read Bhagavatam, specifically 5th canto, the forest of material enjoyment, some glimpses are given of what exactly this material world is like. Because in this material world, there are very less people who will speak the truth. In material world, very, very less people who are actually will speak the truth as it is. That's why when Prabhupada translated Bhagavad Gita, he said, as it is. Because the reality of this world is very different than it appears. So, however, in this past few verses, this lady who has come across to Puranjan, she is accepting the proposal of Puranjan. So she is going to say, she is encouraging Grahastha life. She says that only those who are not sufficiently intelligent, they reject Grahastha life. But in this material world, all happiness is present in Grahastha life. Like that she proposes. And she says that anybody who wants to be happy in this material world should be in Grahastha life and enjoy the life as ordained by Grahastha rules. So, in few verses, we see the psychology of a woman as to what exactly woman looks into a man. Right? So, here he is telling, oh my dear hero, who in this world will not accept a husband like you? Like you here is Puranjan, who is a king. Generally, a woman wants her husband to be the best in the world. Generally, women, at least in Vedic times, used to consider her glory to be equal to the husband's glory. She used to consider that I am also as glorious as my husband is, like that. So you are so famous. Generally, a woman, any man becomes famous. Generally, many women would like to marry such a man. So magnanimous here refers to providing all the necessities for a woman. Generally, women are attracted to a man who looks very handsome, but apart from that, she has other list also, that he should be able to provide me home. I should have children. I should have nice place to stay. Griha, putra, darishu. So many these things. Woman. So in the scriptures or the Sanskrit, the word is used is called stri. Stri means vistarati iti stri. So she expands your ideas of material enjoyment. This is a concept. So she has a very big list now. Famous, magnanimous, beautiful, easily gotten. Like that. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, the psychology of a woman. And if a woman has a woman psychology in a righteous way, it is not wrong. Sometimes modern people try to attribute non-woman characteristics to the woman and tell that if a woman is famous or woman is glorious, if she has non-womanish characteristics, which is not so good according to Bhagavatam. Because if a woman has a womanish characteristics, then it is good for a woman. And similarly, if a man has mannish character, like Prabhupada says, men, especially king class of men, Kshatriyas, are very aggressive in nature. They are not like cowardish people. So if a Kshatriya is aggressive, generally Kshatriya has many wives to satisfy his aggression. But such kind of social arrangement was there at Vedic times, but not in modern times, because such kind of characteristics and such kind of governments who lack such kind of protection being given to women are lacking. So now, when such kind of governments are lacking and such kind of characteristic men are lacking, then there are social violences that come up. Like Prabhupada in the last words, last 1-2 lines of the purport, if they are read separately, they will feel that Prabhupada is speaking something wrong. Like Prabhupada is writing, although rape is not legally allowed, it is a fact that woman likes a man who is very expert at rape. If somebody just reads that one line and takes it out of the context, it becomes a very bad tagline in the society. But generally, a man who is aggressive is liked by a woman. And such man-woman combination, Prabhupada writes, in that way, when woman is completely under submission, that combination of Grahastha life is good at the Grahastha level. I am not talking about Krishna conscious level. Krishna conscious level, the duties are a little bit higher. Just man and woman being satisfied in Grahastha life does not mean that they are Krishna conscious. A man and woman together serving Krishna makes a Krishna conscious life. But even so to speak in household life, to be at least happy, if wife is submissive to husband, and if husband is able to provide all the necessities to wife, then that combination is considered good in a family life atmosphere. Hmm. So why Bhagavatam describes all these things? Because these are the real life challenges for any human being. Hmm. What psychology of a man will satisfy a particular woman, and what psychology of a woman satisfies a particular man? If they are teach nicely, then only a grahastha life can be successful. Otherwise, the tendencies of women, natural tendencies of women, natural tendencies of man may not be so compatible always, and then there will be always a situation where there is uneasiness in family life. So modern civilization goes sometimes very far to these ideas, thinking that they will find a solution. But Bhagavatam does not describe so. In seventh canto, when we go, there is a description of what is an ideal family life. And even for a man and for society to function properly, what is brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. Sorry. So they are described all these things so that in one way or other, a man is progressive in life. Imagine a person gets married to a woman whose psychology is completely different. And a man gets married and woman gets married, their psychologies are completely different. So even their other aspects of life become very disturbed. Like sometimes we see a man was very good in a work and he gets married, and there is so much problems in the family life, and the man cannot do very good even in materially speaking. He's always disturbed in thinking that what will happen to this fight, what will happen to this. So here man woman psychology is described to explain how a man should be satisfied with what kind of psychophysical nature of a woman, and a woman should be satisfied with a man with what kind of psychophysical nature. So generally here description is of characteristic of a woman, and woman generally likes many children. We generally go to or not go to village, see our own genealogy in past. When there is a good union between man and woman, there are many children which are produced. Sometimes it is described that the success of your family life is as many children you have. So these things keep going on. But generally, a woman likes a lot of children, one after another, after another. So the children at one level definitely means children, but also means lot of desires. A woman has lot of desires, and man is considered successful if he goes on fulfilling the desires of a woman. It never ends. Somebody who is a grahastha can have some glimpse of realization of what I am speaking. A woman generally has a very big list. I want home, and in these modern times we want to have car. And if not small house, then we go bungalow. It goes on one after another. And the man who is not really into Krishna consciousness, he thinks that that's it. It's over. Right? Prabhupada writes, give her ornaments also, of course. Prabhupada is taking time to explain about ornaments. And then dresses. Like generally a brahmachari who stays in brahmachari ashram, he operates from one fourth of the cupboard, right? He becomes grahastha, he has a wife, he becomes 4 cupboards. One fourth to fourth. 16 times multiplied. It goes like that. So it happens like that in grahastha life. So Manu Samhita recommends that to keep a wife satisfied, a husband should give her some ornaments. So we see that this woman have this tendency that if she wears an ornament, not just is happy because she is wearing an ornament, she will show to the others that, see, I have got a very nice ornament. You see advertisements in this world, don't see advertisement, but I'm just telling. The advertisement you see of ornaments, generally women showing her ornaments to some other woman. Right? This is how the advertisements go. So this is natural psychology of a woman. We see some kind of this explanation and given by Bhagavatam when Sati wanted to go to Daksha's home. She tells to her husband Shiva, That see, so many women are going, they are wearing nice dress, they are having nice ornaments. So this is generally tendency of a woman. So Prabhupada goes on, because women generally are fond of home. So grihastha means one who provides a home to stay for a woman. Ornaments, dresses, children, that is a typical grihastha. He is a place to stay. He provides this nice place where there is ornaments, dresses. In this way, woman is center of all material enjoyment. So generally, a grihastha has been awarded by scriptures a limited scope of enjoyment. Not that one who becomes grihastha, he thinks that my life is all meant for enjoyment now. All the life that I have been doing austerity for brahmacharya is all gone now. I am grihastha, I can enjoy as much as I want. That is not that is not what scriptures have ordained you to become grahastha for. The grahastha means limited scope, limited time. Like 1/4 of your life, you become grahastha, you procreate children, you enjoy a little bit as per Vedic scriptures, whatever is ordained. And even during that scope of your enjoyment, you are still serving Krishna. That is ideal Krishna conscious grahastha life. So all these things are there in Bhagavatam to give us nice understanding that how to live an ideal human being life. Of course, in this particular context, Narada Muni is giving this story to show to Prachini Barishad that how a man who wants to enjoy can easily be lost in his goal of life. Whether that be man or woman, if he tends to enjoy in this material world, then there is very good scope that he will lose his goal of life and focus. This human form of life is being awarded to us to go back to Godhead. So wherever you are situated, like for example, if you have a compass in your hand, that compass will always show you north. Right? The arrow will always show you north. Similarly, in the heart of our compass, our heart should always be pointing towards Krishna. If that heart gets a little bit distracted, then there is very good scope that we will be lost in this forest of material enjoyment. 84 lakh species of life is good enough to keep us for a very long time in this material world. So this Puranjan, although a very good person, very good man, because he has the tendency to enjoy, it is described that how he enters city, how he finds a woman. This is all symbolic to a soul who comes into this body, and this intelligence is this woman is none other than actually intelligence. And there is more details to this allegory that there are 11 bodyguards and one snake. So all these things are there in previous and further verses. Just like this body has mind and 10 senses, this intelligence is protected. This woman is protected by 11 bodyguards. That is mind and 10 senses. Then there is a snake who is always in the front of that intelligence. That snake is a vital force of prana of this body. So in this way, this allegory is sometimes explained to somebody who is not very scripturally rooted, somebody who is very advanced in spiritual life. We see Prachini Bharishad is one example. We see another example is Bharat Maharaj, who was also a very powerful king, Kshatriya, who ruled the entire planet. When right time came, he left everything and went. Just like Bharat Maharaj is there, then his son Rishabha is there, like that. So Bhagavatam gives us both the examples, one who is ideal, one who is not ideal. So we, as a recipient of knowledge of Bhagavatam, we should see where we situate ourselves in this life and we progress towards ideal Krishna conscious life. At this point of time, we may have lot many attachments in our life. But slowly, slowly, when we read Bhagavatam, when we read examples, like for example, Narad Muni is teaching now to Prachini Barishad that Puranjan was such a person. He got attracted to women. He went into a city. He enjoyed for a lot of time. He begot children. And then finally his destination was this. So now Prachini Barishad heard that. He by hearing he understood. That is the best class of recipient for Bhagavatam. You hear from authorized guru, you understand, you go back to Godhead very easily. You understand that this material world is place of misery. Generally what happens, people give a very wrong understanding of material world. They think that it is great place of enjoyment. But what happens in this such kind of advertisement is that a person goes into wrong pursuits of life. But Bhagavatam never encourages such kind of enjoyment. Because if we don't speak the truth of this material world, then we are also cheating people. If you don't speak the truth, suppose a Bhagavatam speaker does not speak the truth, then there is no difference between a stand-up enjoyment, stand-up comedy which people hear and try to become happy, and coming to Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam speaks about truths, that how this material world can very easily entice you. Like for example, we see in previous times also, a man when he is enticed by women and loses good intelligence, he becomes infamous. Like for example, there was one king, his name was Shantanu. He was a king, great grandfather of Pandavas. Great great grandfather rather, Bhishma's father. He was so fond, he was so of Kshatriya nature that once he became attracted to this woman, Ganga. First one was Ganga. And he lost his so many years of life and emotional intelligence that Ganga kept on drowning her sons. Then finally Bhishma came. And then, so one should learn lesson, right? That one should not get enticed by women. Then second time again he becomes enticed by Satyavati. That again he has a problem. That Bhishma has to take a vrata. So after all these things, whenever we speak glories of Kuru Vamsha, Shantanu's name does not come so much. Right? Arjuna's name comes. So many previous kings' name, Shantanu names does not come so much. Because he easily got carried away by women. So such kind of nature of a man is also condemned, that he gets easily carried away by women. It should not be like that. A Kshatriya definitely can marry many women in the Vedic times, but all those things you were under the scriptural rules, not just you got carried away and you get married. The story doesn't end there. Even if you get carried away, you get married by a Kshatriya way, you are supposed to have a very Krishna conscious life after that. So these are all various things for a grahastha, for a vanaprastha, for a sannyasi, for a brahmachari. So many lessons for women, so many lessons for man, so that we can progress in our life. So the ultimate goal of life is to give away all these attachments and develop pinpointed, focused attachment to Krishna. So for that, anything that is required has to be done. Just like a grahastha who wants to be fully progressing in Krishna consciousness life, Krishna conscious life, should be focused that my goal is Krishna. Like generally when a person becomes a grahastha, he has lot of distractions. He will think that my friends are enjoying more than me, friends are earning more than me, or this maybe there is some more enjoyment in this material world I should explore. So all these things are there. A woman has very great expertise in satisfying a man by giving all these things. But if a woman is also Krishna conscious, if a man is also Krishna conscious, then the combination is good. Otherwise, material world will give its own way of punishing a living entity for not following the rules of material world. So many lessons to be learned. So please forgive me if I have spoken beyond my realization. We are blessed to have Radheshyam Prabhu here. If Radheshyam Prabhu would like to add something for this class. If anybody has any questions or any comments, if Anandmay Prabhu also would like to add. Anandmay Prabhu is an example of how fully he has dedicated his life for Krishna. A very great example to learn from. Hare Krishna. So if you would like to add something, Prabhu, or any questions, or I would request if Radhesham Prabhu would like to add few points to give a conclusion to this class.
Nobody has questions? Sure. Yeah.
Anybody has any questions, they can ask.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
You are a best example for transformation from brahmacharya to grihastha, Prabhu.
Nothing like that. Everyone will have this challenge. The material world itself will face a challenge. Pose a challenge in front
How
of
is
you.
your experience, please? Can you experience?
Every grahastha will have his own experience, and it will be good if he shares his experience with himself. But anyways, definitely when a brahmachari becomes grahastha, it is a very great challenge, especially in these modern times where there is so much of distraction in this world. But if a grahastha has the blessings of superior grahasthas, this is generally a Vedic system, then his life becomes more easy towards directed towards Krishna. Especially in my life, when I changed from brahmacharya to grahastha, I had specifically 2-3 elderly grahasthas who were been guiding me to how to live a fully dedicated life even in grahastha life. Generally, that is a challenge where even our society is facing. When we are fully dedicated at one point of time, and then we change ashram or we have a different differences in life, it becomes too difficult to be remain fully dedicated our time and energy in Krishna. It is a bit of challenge. But if we have superior grahasthas who have gone through that phase, and then they are guiding younger grahasthas, it's good. So that's where I stand. I have superior grahasthas who have gone through that phase of their life, their challenges, supporting a junior person. So then it becomes little easy. Otherwise, what challenges comes from that comes along with the family life, family, relatives, finances, society. It's little different. But if you are in the shelter of lotus feet of Krishna, so then doesn't affect much. There is one example that a person gave me. When generally we say that Krishna's feet is lotus feet, there's one other reason why we say Krishna's feet is lotus feet, because when you see a fully blossomed lotus and something is there inside that, a fully blossomed lotus, and inside that all the petals are open, inside that any amount of wind will not be able to wither that particle out of lotus flower. It has that kind of protection. So similarly, when you are at the lotus feet of Krishna, fully inside the protection of lotus petals of association of devotees, then the outside winds of material world may be any strong, but still you will remain at the lotus feet of Krishna. So that is a challenge for everyone. Hare Krishna. So
Just now what you said is actually a verse in the Prayavrat section. Brahmaji tells Prayavrat that if you keep yourself between the two lotus feet of Krishna, like a bee in the lotus, so you'll be protected. Same thing is a very beautiful point it is. I wanted to say something about the last two lines, that a woman likes to be raped. Prabhupada says that. Regarding that, His Holiness Jayadutta Maharaj wrote a very beautiful article. So Maharaj says that every woman has a hero in her mind whom she wishes to marry. But oftentimes she doesn't get the person of her choice many times. Like for example, Devahuti wanted Kardama. So she revealed to her mother. Then Shatarupa and Swayambhu Manu went to forest and spoke to Kardama. And then Kardama agreed with some conditions. he said, as soon as I give a son, I'll take sannyas. And she was ready for anything to marry him because she was charmed by his character and devotion and everything. Similarly, if you see Rukmini, her heart was given to Krishna completely. So in one verse she says, Yasyang gripankajarajas napanam mahanto vanchantyumapadirivatmatamopahatyai yarhyam bujakshanalaveya bhavat prasadam jahyam asun pratakashan shatajanma visyat. She says that, Krishna, I am actually not qualified to marry you. But even if it would take me 100 lifetimes of tapasya, after which you may be probably, you may consider me a candidate to marry you. I am ready to do that, she says. So every woman has a great hero whom she is charmed by. And if that hero is behind her, or interested in her, that is the greatest joy for her. Like for example, if a man of her choice wishes to marry her and is aggressively approaching her, she knows that he has become a slave of me. And that is the joy she gets in this. So actually she doesn't like to be raped by any damn man, any Tom, Dick and Harry. And therefore you see gang rape was done in Hyderabad. 3 men attacked 1 girl and they 3 were taken to forest and shot dead. Same day. It's not that any rape is wonderful. But if a man of her choice suddenly has decided, yes, I will marry this girl, like that, there are some brahmacharis who have been very great heroes. At certain point of time, they decided to change their ashram. And then a particular girl who was a sattvic girl wanted to marry him. If she gets him as the... actually, just as the common woman want a palace and car and costly dresses and jewelry and nice fine food and babies to, children to raise. Similarly, Krishna conscious women want a very exalted devotee like Ardhama Muni type of person. So when they get, then that is the greatest joy. Oh, now this person has become my servant. And of course, servant means he has become attracted to me. So that attraction of a lovable man towards the woman is what Prabhupada mentions here. Prabhupada, only Jayatut Maharaj mentioned about that. Otherwise, no woman will like to be aggressively handled by any common man in the society. Just like, for example, a baby, mother or father can lift the baby and throw up in the air and catch it. And the baby laughs, although there is danger of being left. But the baby knows that mother or father will not leave me in the air and or allow me to fall down. Imagine if a watchman or a police picks up the baby and throws. It will be a nightmare for the baby. Similarly, for a girl, if a man of her choice at last has surrendered to her, it is the greatest joy. Oh, he is behind me means he is in my control. That gives them the joy. So there was one time, one man in North India took this small statement and then floated it in the WhatsApp and everything. It became a big argument, and then many leaders gave explanation, but Jayadhav Swami's explanation is about a couple of pages. I liked it very much. Thank you. So, as it is said here, this is a typical woman's mentality of expecting man to support her and be a provider. Yeah, and man is thinking, I will provide these things and I will get enjoyment from her. So both have a wrong map. But in Krishna consciousness, both are worried about their Krishna consciousness. Husband is worried that my beautiful wife should not let me down and make me stuck in material world. So, and he is praying that she should cooperate with my Krishna consciousness. And if she is thinking, let my husband be a great devotee and also escort me in spiritual life. And that is the Vaikuntha family. Both husband and wife are very handsome and beautiful. But they are not interested in each other. They both are interested in loving and serving Guru and Krishna. Yeah. And that is the positive side of this explanation, I felt, because it's honestly speaking, in our society, we have so many handsome men and beautiful women who have become second initiated devotees. And the kind of laudable services they do is, Prabhupada once wrote to one Grihastha couple that, why do you want to take sannyas? You are as good as 100 sannyasis. Like the Prabhupada wrote in one letter to one man. He said, no, Prabhupada, my wife has permitted me to take sannyas. Prabhupada said, no need. Yeah, I don't know whether after taking sannyas you will do so much. Better, you both are doing a lot of service, continue doing, like the Prabhupada said. So Prabhupada did not minimize the dedicated grihasthas. He respected them as much as he respected the renounced order. Yeah.
Yes, one question we can take. Prabhuji has a question.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
My question is, when wife wants something, which is wife wants support every time from her husband, but when husband knows that what wife is asking is wrong thing, then
What?
then
the
what should be the position of the husband? You know.
The question is that, the question is, if a wife is asking something from husband, and if the husband knows that it is wrong, then what is the position? Should a husband satisfy the need of
Yes.
Okay. See, generally, just like children keep on asking so many things. Small child of age 5 or 6, he may ask that I want chocolate, I want 10 chocolates. He may ask more. Say father decides, no, okay, this much is good, this much is bad. So now generally, if a woman is asking something which is wrong, wrong not according to just husband, wrong according to the scriptures, right? Sometimes it may be wrong according to husband, but may not be wrong according to the scriptures. But if it is wrong, the husband should not get into providing that also to the wife. Because generally it is considered a man who has good intelligence, he will take ahead his wife in the spiritual journey. If a husband is also very intelligent in Krishna consciousness, then he knows that my wife is asking something wrong. So the husband should educate the wife. Like some places you will see in the Bhagavatam, Lord Shiva, especially Shiva and Sati, Lord Shiva told Sati that what you are asking is wrong. I should not go to Daksha's place, nor you should go. But still Sati insisted. So such places husband should, not by force, but by giving her good intelligence, should explain that what you are asking is wrong. If husband just gets carried away and dances on wife's tune, that if wife says yes, 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 then the husband and wife together continue in the material world only. In this cycle of birth and death. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Joy.